Hey! Hi everyone, and welcome back to Film Watch. I am three horse-sized ducks with a coke addiction, Graham, and today we got a doozy, you guys. We got a doozy. So everyone should really know about Dungeons and Dragons at this point. It's pretty popular. It's gained a lot of popularity, especially in the past, I don't know, 3-4 years, especially with things like Critical Role, Dimension 20. There are a lot of Dungeons and Dragons things happening right now. It's pretty great. I think it's pretty great. But this movie, Dungeons and Dragons, or I'm going to do it again, or more specifically, Dungeons and Dragons 2000, or more specifically, Dungeons and Dragons, not that one. It's not this one. This one is the one that came out in 2022. Was huge, and I still haven't seen it, but I've heard it's very good. Not this one though, not the 2000s one. The 2000s one was directed by, what's his name? Courtney Solomon. I think it was his first movie, which is a bit crazy to me. This $45 million movie was handled by the guy who produced all the Afters movies, or After We Collided. I think there's like 5 of them. I'll put them all up. I think there's 5, which is mental. But we did figure out the fucking Courtney over here is a Wattpad girly. Claps for that, you guys. Wattpad girly. Love it. But yeah, the film's budget was $45 million. Did it make its money back? Of course it didn't. Okay, let's do another segment called Ratings and Awards. Yay, ratings and awards. So I thought this new segment would be fun to kind of go through the movie's history a bit and see what the ratings were when it came out, the budget we've already been through, but yeah, all things like that. I think it'll be really fun. So this movie on Metacritic has 14 out of 100. 14. That's crazy. Letterboxd, it has 1.8 out of 5. Not great. And Rotten Tomatoes, the score is, I'll let you ruminate the 2 scores that I've given already to maybe guess what it might. It's 9%. It's 9%. I've seen movies that have 0% and they're kind of crazy, but this has 9. Let's see what happens. It's not good. It's not good. But this is where the fun comes in, you guys. The awards segment. That was the rating segment. This is the awards segment. The awards for this movie are so funny. It got nominated for, I think, 11 awards, but I wanted to kind of note what 11 awards they were. So, here they are. Well, here's some of them. As you'll see at the top, it says Stinker's Bad Movie Awards, I think is what it's called. This movie has been nominated for many awards, bad awards, including, just to name a few, worst sense of direction, in brackets, stop them before they direct again. Hilarious. Worst supporting actress and actor, worst on-screen group with the subtitle The Whole Cast, worst picture, most intrusive musical score, which is, I didn't really get that. It wasn't really that bad. Least special effects, which I get, like it was 2000, but again, for 2000 it wasn't like awful, but we'll get there. And finally, poor Marlon Wayans, most unfunny comic relief. Wait, who actually won that year? Because there's who won? Tom Green from Charlie's Angels Back in Action. I don't remember him being like too fucking crazy in that movie. He's like the guy who drives the boat, right? He's a bit weird, but he's not that bad. Wait. Worst achievement in animation was awarded to the Digimon movie? Excuse you, Mr. fucking Stinker. That movie is great. And also the runner-up, by the way, was the Pokemon movie, the 2000s Pokemon movie. Who is this guy? Rude. That's a rude thing to fucking suggest, Mr. Stinker. Okay, enough fucking around. Let's watch this puppy. There's a whole thing kind of through the clouds opening with context. So there's some crazy shit going on in the kingdom with the Empress, Thora Birch, who, by the way, fucking slays in this entire movie. She's good. She's not in it like a bunch, but when you do see her, it's good. It's nice. It's the Empress and her magic helper bud, Jeremy Irons, who's, let's guess, he's evil. The magic guy's evil. Yeah, we've seen that. Open on to a spooky lab with this kind of scepter. They call it a rod, but I don't know, scepter. Let's call it a rod. In the middle, we'll get to that in a second as well. First of all, Jeremy Irons. Mr. Irons, sir, what are you doing here? What's happening? Don't you have to look after Batman or something? I'm pretty sure he was Alfred. Is he Alfred in the new ones? I think he is. Actually, it's kind of crazy how he is in this movie. The IMDb trivia actually lets us know what he says in an interview. He says, "I just bought a castle. How else am I gonna pay for it?" Which is absolute fucking king behavior. I get it, man. I absolutely love that he just openly said that. It's hilarious. I get it, dude. Castle money. It's castle money. So Jeremy, we kind of learn from the very first scene we see him in is that he is the big bad. He's the big bad dude who wants to overthrow the Empress and take her position. Through magical means, we see him use the rod to manipulate or control a dragon. So there's 3 of these rods in this movie. This is the one that he has. I don't think we see it that much, but we see him try and get a hold of the dragons because Thora Birch has one. So she, has the yellow dragons. There's a green one, and then there's a red one, which we see later. Also, is that Ichiban lipstick for men? Okay, I see you, Joey. I see you. A running theme for this movie is that all the scenes go on for about 5.5 years. So everything that happens here is just Jeremy trying and failing to use the scepter. What a boob. He's a big old boob. We then cut to our hero Ridley, this guy, with his friend Snails. That's his name. His name is Snails, played by our poor guy, Marlon Wayans. He's here. There he is, folks. All in his blurry glory. Oh yeah, quick side note. This is the best quality version of this movie that I could find, which wouldn't give me 15 terrible, awful viruses. So I'm sorry, but this is what we got. So these two are thieves, and they don't like mages that much. I don't know why. They don't really like fully explain why thieves don't like mages. I guess maybe because they have powers and they think they're better than everyone. It's like a class thing, I think it is. But yeah, it's a running theme. They're racists. They're not racist. It's just, I don't know. They're not racist. And so after seeing all the fire from the dragon in the lake moat situation, they plan on kind of breaking into the magic school for money. They're going to steal stuff. Jeremy, in the meantime, is trying to overthrow the Empress in front of the council in this lovely theater. It's a very nice, what I think is like a parliament type building, but it is just, you can see it's just a theater with the seats taken out. But it's really nice. I like this set. It's big. It's nice to look at. Sure. Also, why did Ichiban Lipstick for Men walk out? Like he kind of bowed and he just floated. It's just, oh, I'm leaving. Cut to Thora Birch absolutely fucking serving looks. Look at this outfit, if you can. It's gorgeous. I like it. I like all of her outfits. There's a later one which I think is really nice. She likes everyone, and she wants everyone to live in harmony, people of all classes and races and things like that. Lovely mission statement, but Jeremy doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Essentially, she just wants people to chill the fuck out and just enjoy life. Jeremy's little kind of minion overheard her convo with this dude, the older dude, and so now he wants the rod that they were talking about, because they're talking about a third rod that I said about earlier. Now, this is kind of the first time we see the amazing comic styles of Marlon Wayans. Here's a joke. Did you laugh at it? I hope you laughed at it. It's pretty good, pretty funny. Essentially, it's exhausting. I don't know what they were thinking about putting. Actually, you know what? I do know what they were thinking about putting Marlon Wayans in it. I think because he made Scary Movie the same year, and they thought, oh, that's funny. That's a funny guy. But the thing is, this isn't a parody movie. This isn't something to hee hee ha ha all over. Just like those. So I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, they break into the magic school, fuck around for a bit, and get caught. By this girl, our Mia Thermopolis, if you will, because at the moment you see she has those ugly glasses on and the disgusting hair up. Ugh. How dare anybody do that? That's stupid. She's a nice book learning mage, who's a part of the magic school. Yeah, obviously, duh, that's why she's here. And that's why she has them in a rope like this. So yeah, Ridley also says this.
Yeah, it must be the only way she can get guys to come home.
Which is, like, it's so 2000s, and it's like, it made me feel like icky. When he said it, I was just like, ooh, I don't like that. Oh yeah, just so you know, the chemistry between kind of all the actors is in the negative. It's, you know, if there was like a little like kind of chemistry meter, negative. It's off the fucking charts. Like, for fuck's sake. So bad guy tries to take the scroll that shows the location of the dragon rod, the red one that I was talking about, and our heroes get away. Thank God. But I think the guy did get the scroll. Did he get the scroll? I think he got the scroll. Oh my God. So in this movie, then we see, if I say it right, I hope I say it right, Lee Arenberg, or Poppet, from Pirates of the Caribbean. He's in it. He's the dwarf. Me and Hannah, when we were watching it, we were thinking, where do we know this guy from? This guy looks really familiar. And yeah, he's this guy from Pirates of the Caribbean. He's great. He's actually good in this movie. He's like a little dwarf. He was having fun with it. I like him. But the thing is that he's a homeless dwarf. From this bit, you see that, like, he's essentially next to like a dumpster. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why they set him up like that. That's so rude. Also, you know, like, he's bald. You have to say it every time a character's bald. So the dwarf joins the crew, and they run away. Because everyone's like after the mage now because she defied Jeremy Irons. So none of them can go to the authorities. So they're all on run. So Ichiban, Lipstick for Men, goes back to Jeff and says, "Oh, I lost him. I got away." And Jeremy don't like that one bit. And gives him a mind flare. Now, those of you who don't, this is the kind of the first Dungeons and Dragons reference that I kind of got from this. Even, I don't know, you could get a rod that speaks to dragons. I think that's a Dungeons and Dragons thing. But this is a very obvious Dungeons and Dragons thing because it's in the new Baldur's Gate 3. It's like the main plot point in Baldur's Gate 3. So if you don't know what a mind flare is, it's essentially like a parasite in D&D that gradually take over the host body until they fully consume it, and then they control it. So you become like a zombie type deal. If I've got that wrong, I'm sorry. That I play Dungeons and Dragons sometimes. There you go.
You ever heard of Honor Amongst Thieves?
That's the Chris Pine one. Oh my God! Again, this scene goes on for kind of millennia. So Ridley and Mia get sucked into the map. Bad guys show up. Snails meets this elf that barely emotes. I feel like Courtney Solomon just said, "Be aboard, be wood," because she acts like this the entire time, and it's so annoying. They leave and get Ridley and Maya out of the map by just saying some mumbo jumbo crazy stuff. He says bidet. Because that's funny, because that's a modern thing, haha. Again, this scene goes on forever. I'll play it over me right now. They just have a little argument. and agree to help with the scroll, and that's it. I burped. Sorry. That's it over. Ooh, and I sped it up. That's crazy. So they go to another city. Everyone's in. They go to another city, and they track down this purple dude, who is all types of weird, by the way.
Get it?
Don't know why, just a weirdo. Because he might know where the Thieves Guild is, because they need to go to the Thieves Guild and find the thing to find the rod, right? It's like a quest, like D&D is like D&D. They find him, and oh, just by the way, this is the best part of the movie. It's the best part of the movie. I really enjoyed this bit. Ridley has to complete a thieves maze, which is actually pretty nice. It's pretty cool. Look at this eye puzzle. And then like the wall starts going. That's really nice. You know, you step in that, you can see the roll-in happen. It's nice. So he goes through all the rooms in the maze, and he gets the item that no one has been able to get, not even the Thieves Guild guy, because he gives him a little warning at the beginning. And lo and behold, the Thieves Guild master, head of the Thieves Guild, is bad. He's a bad guy. Oh my god, I never saw it coming. Ugh.
What about honor amongst thieves?
Can you shut up? Can you shut up? It's not that one. It's not that one. Also, this guy, this dude, by the way, wrote the original stage play for Rocky Horror. That's a weird fun fact, isn't it? It's just a weird, crazy fun fact. Let's move on. Bad guys turn up, obviously, but the boys get away because Ridley's like, I'm gonna burn the map if you don't let us go. But in the end, they don't get away with the map because someone throws it or someone drops it, and then the bad guys have it. So they have the map and they have Mia now. So they have two pretty big pieces of the puzzle. One pretty big piece of the puzzle. They only need the map. So the elf is back, by the way, and captures Ridley and Snails. The Empress contacts her, so now we know that she's working with the Empress, which is a good thing. Good thing. And the Empress kind of just says, please get the rod before Jeremy does, because Jeremy's no good. We need it. So they all team up, which is nice. The bad dude then interrogates Mia. He kind of tricks her into helping him because he kind of breaks down a bit about the mind flare. He's like, oh, I need to find it because I'm gonna get killed by this fucking mind flare. He's like, ugh. He cries like a baby. Also, this guy just keeps whispering. He just keeps whispering all the fucking time. Speak up, jabroni. Speak up. So the boys rock up to the bad guy's camp, and Riley says, hey, Snails, be careful. Like this.
Be careful.
Which in movie speak means what? That's right, Snails is dead. Yes, Snails is dead in a bit. Because you don't go to the bad guy's lair and then turn around to your friend and say, be careful, unless something's going to happen to them. Guys, come on. Script writing 101. So they split up. Snails gets captured because why? Because Ridley said that before. He cursed him. It's movie language, you guys. Script. Mise en scène. Camera? Movie words. Snails hits a nice dead end, as you always do. He barely fights the Ichiban lipstick for men guy, and Ridley kind of goes nuts about it. He's like, no, my friend. Oh, my friend. You know, he does that. Also, Mia. Another wake up moment. Wake up. You could have used these spells that you're using at the end way earlier on him. Way earlier. So Snails could be alive. But I'm not mad about it. Cut to the Empress absolutely fucking serving looks again. Look at this. Come on. She's great. Costume design for this particular character, amazing. Thank you. Trying to convince the council in this room again to be on her side and not poopy Jeremy Ironside. Jeremy then turns up. We don't like that. They have a little back and forth, and again, this goes on forever, but Jeremy wins the debate. Jeremy rallies them and she just fucks off. Some elf magic shit happens to Ridley because he gets a little stab in the shoulder. Oh, poor fella from the fight. This old guy's like, oh, the elves are part of magic. It sounded like him, right? It sounded like him. It doesn't sound like him. Oh, okay, we're here. Then we have probably the longest scene in the entire thing, where Ridley and Mia kind of have this feelings hour on the balcony in front of like all the nice elf background shit going on. You know, they cry, they kiss. They kiss? Do they kiss? Yeah, they kiss. Don't know why. They've had barely a relationship up to this point, so I don't know. I was a bit confused by this, but mostly sleepy because the scene went on forever and I was getting tired. Ridley then goes into what I can describe only as a level restricted zone, because of this, because like no one else is allowed in. I assume it's like quest specific for him or something like that, but whatever. So he kind of goes down to get the dragon rod by himself. That sounded bad. There's a little national treasure moment with all the gold. He then finds the rod so easily. I'm talking, he kind of walks through a door and then he's in the room and then the rod's just kind of in the corner in the skeleton's hands. There's no real kind of payoff for this. It's just kind of he does it and that's it. Whatever. So the keeper of the rods has a little powwow with Ridley about being true and shit and like true of heart. You know how it goes. Literally the only little nugget this guy gives Riley about the rod itself is something bad will happen to the guy who's holding it, the wielder. Nothing else. So the one stipulation is if you're holding it, bad things might happen to you. I'm okay with that. Just throw it away. Also, oh my god, guys, Dungeons and Dragons. He's in a dungeon and there's a bunch of dragons. That's oh my god. So like at the end, the Empress sets her dragons on the bad guys. By the way, this is where we kind of start to see just how good the CGI is. The entire kind of last fight scene is fully CG. All of it, apart from like this balcony, is CG. And it again, it looks bad, but it's not awful. It's not absolutely fucking eye-gougingly terrible. It's 2000. You know, Toy Story looked like this, and that was like 3 years ago. So give him some, cut him some slack. So just a quick rod count. We got one for the Empress, one for Jeremy, which I think he broke, and then one for Ridley. So Ridley found that one. We got 3 in total. These last like 20 minutes or so of this movie go so quickly compared to the rest of it. This is like the absolute quickest scene. All of this stuff happens in 20 minutes. So super quick. Ridley comes out. All his friends are caught by Ichiban Lipstick for Men. They fight it out, but Ichiban goes through a portal to Jeremy that Ridley kind of follows him through. Jeremy takes the mind flare out of Ichiban's head and sets his dragons on the Empress's dragons. So it's a little dragon off. The Empress, by the way, has her own personal dragon with like a big throne on the back, which is, for one, hilarious, and for two, kind of really fucking slay. So from here, it's the most kind of formulaic ending, really. Ridley gets revenge for snails. It looks desperate. Also, oh my god, Jeremy's overacting here. It just makes so much more sense, as I've said before, once you hear why he was in it. Hilarious. You could just see him thinking about the castle money he's making. So Jeremy is too powerful for everyone until Ridley destroys the rods, and the Empress turns up again, slaying in this outfit, looking great. It's just gold. It's wonderful. She fucking ends him Shrek style with the dragon, and everyone's happy. Yay! Woohoo! Oh, by the way, this kind of hero shot at the end goes on forever, and you can kind of see Thora Birch look around. I feel like this is lasting a while. Yeah, they kind of set up a sequel going into the end with Snails' tombstone. I think maybe he's like in the underworld and they all teleport, I assume, to get him back. Because that's a character we want back, you guys. This guy. Oh. Seriously though, I felt like Nicole Kidman leaving her lawyer's office after divorcing Tom Cruise. When I finished this one, it just felt so good. It felt so nice. An hour and 50 something minutes of my life gone. That's okay. Wow. That was a ride. So you know how sometimes a bad movie can kind of tick over into a good movie because of how bad it is? Well, this was a New Line Cinema movie with a budget of $45 million and set up a sequel. It was trying so hard to be that kind of bad, I think. It was kind of, you're having fun, tee-hee-hee, nothing crazy about this one, but it just didn't work. So it's just kind of ends up being boring and time consuming to watch instead, rather than being funny. Overall, people really don't like this one. It's just boring. That's the thing. There's nothing crazy bad about it, apart from the length of some scenes. Some of the acting is not great, but the set design's all right. The CG's not great, but manageable for 2000. I feel like everyone kind of just knew what movie this was when it was made. Overall, really, yeah, I didn't really like this one, but it wasn't that bad. It's better watched with a group of people. I would say watch this with at least like 2 or 3 friends. Of course, I'll rate it, let's say 1.5 rods out of 5. That's a terrible score, but I think mainly because it was boring. That's it. I've decided to do a shameless plug at the end of this one. If you would like to read my really short, stupid reviews for these movies, you can see me here at Letterboxd. It's the only social media that I really want to do, so I'm just going to do that one. Bye!